What is going on, friends? Thammagotcha here, and we are using a very broken team today. I've showcased it before, but we gained over 400 ELO with this team. But before we get into the battles, I would like to ask every single one of you to hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. 10 more to 1,000, everybody. And once we reach 1,000, we are doing a giveaway, 2 GoFest tickets. So, without further ado, let's jump into these battles here. Medicham Sableye and Gardevoir. They hop into an Altaria, and we have the charm, the absolute broken thing in this game. Gonna charm down this Altaria. When they come back in with the Registeel, we should have a Shadow Ball locked and loaded for this Registeel that does some decent damage. And look at the charm damage. It's resisted, but it chunks this Registeel, who is thick, by the way. They zap cannon us left, right, good night, Gardevoir. But Medicham can come in, and I like to power up Medicham for this meta to ramp up your counter damage, especially against the Registeels or the Walreins that you see. You don't really have to worry about the Medicham mirror matchup because you have 2 counters to Medicham in the back, that being Gardevoir with Charm, and Sableye locks that down pretty hard. Now, I kind of make a mistake here and I go for the return, maybe expecting them not to shield, but they do. Maybe if I just would have went for the foul play, I could have gotten to another one, but I don't think so. Ice Punch, either way, is almost gonna knock out, and we get to the power up punch. Absolutely amazing. That is just great because we win that game by the hair of our chins. So another Registeel matchup, and this one is staying in for a decent amount of time, unfortunately for them, because I'm going to be ramping up my power up punch damage, and this thing is already at 50% health, and they have only gotten 1 charge move off. Now they hop into an Altaria. Welcome to Charm City. I didn't shield the Zap Cannon for this reason right here. Have to shield the Sky Attack. Well, I don't have to. I can survive, but it's going to get quite dicey. Now they come in with the Registeel, but we're going to get this shield right back because Shadow Ball would knock them out for sure. And look at the charm damage absolutely eating away at this Registeel. I am going to double shield because now I can just farm this thing all the way down, thinking there might be a Medicham or something in the back, but it is a Swampert. We're going to get the shield back with Shadow Ball. But the unfortunate part is, if I just would have kept my shield, I could have came in with the Medicham, saved my shields, and been able to do a lot more damage. But now we're in kind of a sticky situation. So this Swampert can potentially get the 2 Hydro Cannons. I don't think so because it expended its energy. No, Sableye is going to lock this down with the foul play. Left, right, good, nice Swampert, and that is a good game. Well played to my opponent there. So now we're going to be hopping into the next matchup. A Vigoroth lead, a great lead for Medicham. They hop into a Swampert. I don't have a solid answer, so I'm going to chip this thing up with the Power Up Punch. And maybe I should have waited for the Ice Punch to do the more damage, but we can take a Hydro Cannon, and I can potentially farm all the way down. No, I do a Power Up Punch here. That was a CMP tie. Kind of my mistake, because then we could have just countered all the way down if I just would have shielded and have a lot of energy for whatever wanted to come in. So what does want to come in? I think it's an Altaria. Yes. So I come in with Sableye right away, and they swap back into the Vigoroth. So the unfortunate part for them is we have a Gardevoir in the back. So if they just would have stayed in with the Altaria, they would have been in business, because Bulldoze does not do enough to KO us, and we can make it to 2 more foul plays to either grab both shields or knock this Vigoroth out. It doesn't matter anyways. We have the Gardevoir to lock down that Altaria in the back. We can come in with Medicham, take a Body Slam. This does take us out, and now I have a decision to make. I no shield this because I know the Sky Attack would do more damage than the Body Slam, but the issue is the Dragon Breath damage, and they decide to throw. So kind of a mistake on their end almost, because they let me get a full charm in through there. Whereas if they just would have Dragon Breath me, maybe that would have been their game. But GG's to my opponent there. Hopping into the next match. An Altaria lead. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stay in here, throw the Ice Punch, and then I'm going to swap into Sableye. Get some nice chip damage or get a shield. So now I come in with Sableye. they build up a lot of energy. I am going to shield this. It was the Moonblast. That is a great shield on my end. In comes a Registeel, and I am loaded on energy. So without the debuff there, these foul plays and Shadow Claws actually start adding up a lot. I'm going to no shield this. We can survive it, but we get the attack fall, which is unfortunate, because if we wouldn't have got this attack fall, we could have farmed them down without them getting to a move, possibly. Yes, yeah, we definitely could have farmed them down without them getting to a move, but we let it go through. It's just a Focus Blast that is amazing. Now we come in with Gardevoir, and they come in with their Defense Form Deoxys. The good thing is here is that we can shield once. It is a Thunderbolt. We could have survived, but now they can only get to a Psycho Boost. Yes, counting right, this is just a Psycho Boost. And that is resisted, and we can just charm down the Altaria. That's going to be a good game. The opponent goes down to 2 shields, everybody. Oh my gosh. This team is broken. Hopping into the next set here, Deoxys into Medicham. I wasn't able to show the first battle of that set because recording problems and, you know, this, that, and the other. But anyways, they hop into a wall rain. We go for the return, and they no-shield that. Absolutely amazing. So I can shield once and take switch advantage, which is very key to this matchup here, because now they're either going to bring in their third Pokemon or bring back that Deoxys, and that Deoxys does not want to take the Shadow Claw damage. So what are they going to do? They bring in the Registeel, and this is good too because they can't necessarily farm us down, and if they want to, they're going to take a lot of damage, everybody. And my Medicham is full health. And I'm not going to expend a shield on the Medicham because I know it's useless against the Deoxys, and hopefully I can get 2 shields here. Oh my god. We get 2 shields with the Medicham, and they're going to come in, they're going to throw a move, and we have the Gardevoir to kind of lock down this Defense Form Deoxys here. So we are going to shield up. Oh gosh, okay, I no shield the Thunderbolt, and they are going to make it to another one. So I have to shield this one up because I know either we're going to farm down or they're going to get to a Psycho Boost. But we actually farm down. We get to the Shadow Ball. We're going to take out this Registeel, no problem. And that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Hopping into the next matchup here. Medicham into Deoxys. Another Deoxys. I'm going to go into my Sableye. They go into an Altaria. And I'm not playing around here. I'm going to go for the return again. I'm going to shield this up. I'm going to do a couple more Shadow Claws to make it look like I built up to the back-to-back foul plays. Go straight for the return. They no-shield that, which is amazing. And now we outpace to the foul play. I could double shield here, but for some reason, I didn't. And I don't know why. So now I come in with Gardevoir. I do a couple charms. One charm, sorry, to take out that Altaria, and in comes their own Gardevoir. I mean, even if I did take switch advantage, we could have maybe farmed all the way down. I don't know. This would have been close. I mean, I wanted to keep some health on the Gardevoir. Maybe I could have did a power-up punch and an ice punch, but I think 2 ice punches would have did more damage, but the counter damage might have been more efficient. I think this was a lost game, either or, because they did have a shield left, and this Psycho Boost is going to knock us out, and they just have to make it to another Psycho Boost, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. G to the G's. Oh my gosh. Okay. Next matchup, Mawile into Medicham. This is a decent lead for us. They do have Play Rough. I really have to watch out for that, but we have Power Punch, going to start ramping up our damage here. I'm going to shield this up. I'm going to respect the Play Rough. It was the Play Rough, and then they come in with Pelipper. Maybe I should have stayed in a little bit, went for a Ice Punch, either grab a shield back, but I decided to come in with Gardevoir because it was kind of useless against that Mawile. And then I come in with Sableye. I make a big mistake here because I go for the Hurricane, and now my Sableye is useless because they can essentially just almost farm us all the way down. I'm going to no-shield this, hoping that there's something in the back weak to Medicham. But you're going to see that it is not. It is a Ghost type, and that is an instant top left. So, well played to my opponent there. Did not read that team properly. So Altaria lead again. I'm gonna go for the Ice Punch, and then I'm gonna dip into my Sableye. Either get chip damage or get a shield, and we get the shield. So now I come in with Sableye, and they are still building up a lot of energy. So what I have to do here, I have to shield this, respect the Moonblast. In comes a Wall Rain. I don't think they're going to expend both shields. That's why I go for the return here. And now they either have to throw an Earthquake or an Icicle Spirit, and we get to a foul play. So they throw the Earthquake, they get rid of all the energy, which is quite nice, and we get a little bit of farm with our Medicham. So now I'm going to come back in with the Medicham, gonna throw this Ice Punch here, and they stayed in a little bit. So now our switch clocks are a little bit misaligned, and we're actually able to get a couple of charms off on this Altaria, which is well needed to get it into a range where Ice Punch is going to knock it out, and this Credilli cannot get to the back-to-backs. This Shadow Ball is going to say left, right, good night, Credilli, and my opponent top lefts. That's going to be a good game. Well played, and this was weird. Don't really know what happened there, but, you know, really weird. Hopping into the next match, if it ever lets us. Medicham into Swampert. So, they hop into Altaria, and I know from the last game, we can take a Sky Attack, no problem. And what I didn't want to do was give up a shield and have that Swampert kind of almost sweep us. So I let it go. I let the Sky Attack go through, and we're almost able to get to. We are able to get to a Shadow Ball, which is absolutely amazing. Because now we have shield advantage against this Swampert. I'm gonna go for the Ice Punch here. Ice Punch gonna be doing more damage, and I just need to get this Swampert out of here. I am gonna no shield the first one, and I decided to shield the second one, thinking maybe there was a Registeel in the back at this point. But it's a opposing Sableye, and this could not be worse because we are a Shadow Claw behind. So they are going to outpace us. We can survive one foul play. So I do let the first one go through. I will shield the second one just because I need the damage off here on the foul play. I shield this one up, and we are able to get to the foul play. The thing is, can I counter all the way down? Don't need to, because that foul play did a lot of damage. I let them get one Shadow Claw off before I take them out, and I'm hoping they don't get to another one, but they don't. And that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. And this team, if you want to use it to, you know, gain a little bit of ELO before the new season of Go Battle League comes in, go ahead, use it. It's a lot of fun. Get that triple Stardust gains. And remember, hit that subscribe button. We're doing a giveaway. 10 away from 1,000, so thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel and supporting me. It is amazing how far we've come. So thank you all so much again. I really appreciate you all. If you are liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you all want to see anything in the future. And you know what? There's a video right there. Yeah, right there, down there. Tap that video. Watch that one. And I'll see you all in the next one.